Congratulations on making this far within the topic of what we've been discussing. Now I will give you my version of what I do differently whenever I have to prepare for certain excursions. For air travel, since I've already done it many select enough times in my life, I'll just tell you what I do differently. I will always have a luggage scale and do a little check of, checking the weights when I am home, and then again when I am at my official destination, and until when I return back home to make sure I don't go past the baggage weight. I also like to carry my documents, passport, emergency money, and other additional documents that I might need just in case in a poly folder. I also carry a small sized water bottle, at least something like this. Or better yet, just wait until you pass customs and security and also just buy this, because this Nalgene right here may be nice, but the problem with Nalgenes is that they're a little bit bulky and it's just hard plastic and it just feels like extra baggage weight. Because in Rwanda, this is basically your water bottle when you are there, because the water source is not clean and this is what you're gonna have to live with. I will also never go without eye and ear protection and stress ball, because again, airport is high stress, and when you're in the city, when it's just the hustle and bustle, it's also, a sense of high stress as well, because it's just what I like to call my comfort items. I will also make sure to have chargers for devices in case if I need to charge before boarding the plane. And last but not least, Bluetooth and wired headsets, especially if you need to have different alternative methods. And last but not least, have in a sealable bag, a spare change of underwear and socks, or also a shirt in case if you have to camp out at the airport, or when you make it to your official destination and you want to change out, for certain clothes, because, just because of good comfort. When I have to get ready for day hikes, I'll give you my version of what I do when I first wake up in the morning. When I wake up, I like to apply body powder, or better yet, whole body deo. But most of the time, I prefer powder more than deodorant. Now with deodorant, this is not to say you can't use this, but if you're planning to use this, you might want to be cautious of the clothes you wear. And if you remember what I had said, cotton kills. Starting with underwear and socks, I was wearing this with cotton clothes, kind of like this shirt of what I'm wearing. And the one mistake that happened to me, it got very sticky and it became very uncomfortable, and I had to just shower it off, and it was just not a pleasant episode. Now, starting off with the day pack, I make sure to pack extra food and water, electrolytes, my knee support, my selfie stick, hiking poles, first aid and medicine, binoculars and a monocular scope, depending what I feel up to carrying with me, compass and map, water filtration, sunblock or bug spray, my poncho, and also waterproof bags and pouches, kind of like this. Because if you think about it, if you need to waterproof, documents or your phone or other additional small parts, my favorite thing about these kind of bags, I could just do this, put whatever I need, and then seal it off again, and this is basically a waterproofing solution. Alrighty, now that we have made it to the conclusion of this topic, forgive me as I've had a lot to say, but I appreciate your patience and your presence, and tune in as we continue walking this journey.